Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing an unboxing of the KUXIU Traveling Wireless Power Bank today. So let's get right into it. As you can see, they have some actual pictures on the back, as well as some specs and things like that. This is a 10,000 milliamp capacity, so should be good. And I did order this in the black, so we have our books. Pluck them, toss them to the side. Then we have a braided cable. If you're familiar with or watched my video previous to this, it was another KUXIU product, and it included a braided USB-C to USB-C cable as well. So that seems to be the standard for KUXIU. So that's awesome. And here is a bit of heft to it. Here is the actual product itself. It's actually got some, let's try to see if we can't peel that off. Definitely a great sound. Peeling that off. And then as you can see, here's the back. Feels very nice. And then you'll see nice sound profile there, and then I don't know, I just love the sound there. Not too much fun with that though. Okay, and then you can see, rip that whole piece off. And it seems like if there's any fingerprints or anything like that, you can just kind of wipe them off. But this is, I believe, supposed to charge an Apple Watch, the actual phone itself. So you should be able to do pretty cool stuff with that. And yeah, let's see how it looks actually. I still can't get over that sound. Sounds really good. And then obviously you can see there's a kickstand here, which is cool if you wanted to play some media. So let's see what it looks like on my 17 Pro Max. I have a ESR, some kind of ESR case on this one. Let's see. Now this is thick. You are going to notice it. But, so yeah, if you wanted to get a little side view of it, like put your phone on the side, I think that could work with the kickstand. So kind of, this would stand up and down, and as you can see, it's kind of got this, yeah, it's just a nice, so you can kind of stand it up like this, and then you can throw your Apple Watch on there as well. I'm not gonna throw my watch on there right now, but it would charge right here. And yeah, and if you actually plugged it in, I believe there'd also be a light here. Let me see, I have a cord somewhere. Hold on. Let's plug it in and see what we can see there. Okay, you see the light comes on. See, it's kind of got the breathing, pulsating light. Not sure exactly what that means off the top of my head. Let me see if they have something about that in the actual instructions here. Yeah, so, but this is, like I said, just a quick first impressions of it. But yeah, it looks the part, and then like you see, you kind of get some little, and then you can just kind of wipe those right off. But like I said, this is fairly chunky, but not when you consider how many things that you can actually do with it. Here is my, sorry, my like primary charger if I'm in a bind. So I carry this around in my sling bag. So this is like my main EDC carry charger. So it's always on me. Look at the size of that, compare it. And this is an Anchor. I want to say this is 10,000 milliamps as well. But as you can see, it's pretty much, and it's got a little ding from when I dropped it already before, but yeah, so this is, I forget what they call this one. Okay, they're 622 MagGo. And this one's only 5,000, so 5,000 milliamps. But yeah, this one works for me just fine. This is really nice though. And as you can see, it's really not that much bigger. If you actually look at the main power bank piece, it's pretty comparable. And this stand on the Anchor one's okay. I find it to be a little bit flimsy. If I really need to use it, you can see it's not the greatest at that. And then here's the charger that I carry around. It's a cheap one from Lysen. And it actually is not that old, but it looks really old because it gets carried around in my pocket, so it'll get scratched up by keys and everything else that's in my non-phone pocket. So it's seen better days. Let me see which one this is. This is also a 5,000 milliamp, but as you can see, it's smaller than both of these other 5,000 milliamps. But there's no kind of stand for it, and yeah, you can just kind of see. So I think this one's going to come in nice and handy for when you need to charge multiple devices at once, which is cool. And then the kickstand is welcome and is very sturdy. So I don't think you're ever going to have to worry about, will this hold my phone? Now, thankfully with my case, I actually have a stand, so I just kind of do that, or you can do it the other way too. Either way works, but yeah, I think this is going to come in handy and something that I will probably keep in my travel, like my EDC bag, and then maybe move this blue one to the pocket, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but yeah, so that's the look of it. Looks really nice, and like I said, it comes with a little cable here, which is really cool. And this is just, like I said, the unboxing and the first impressions, but this is my second, like I said, KUXIU product in a row, and I think it's going to pair nicely with the 3-in-1 travel charger I got that also does the AirPods or the wireless. And I also got one of their auto coiling cables, which I need to do an upcoming video on this because this is actually way cooler than I expected, and I think it's pretty slept on. This is one of the bigger coils that I've made with it, but this thing will really just auto coil in your pocket, and it's really well done. It looks clean. I mean, it's it's something that's really cool, but often overlooked. So yeah, this is first impressions. Very nice, a little bit thick, but you know, comes with the expectation of what you're able to do with it, and it's actually fairly slim, feels nice in the hand, and yeah, I think this one's a keeper. So we'll do a long-term review as always over time, but yeah, I can't wait to add this to my setup here. And yeah, 15 watts as you can see. So yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and we're going to keep on rolling here with more tech. And I actually have another power bank that should be here in December from Charge, their Ice Mag 3, if you've seen that or heard of one of the other models like the Ice Mag 2, really cool looking. So, you know, we'll have a we'll have all the power banks kind of duke it out, and we'll figure out which one is the best one for you. But loving what the guys over at KUXIU are doing, and this is their K1 Pro 10,000 milliamp 3-in-1. So yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like the content, please subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.